morning, day 110 here. I slept in a little bit last night. I set my alarm for 6 just because I was hiking late, didn't get in till about 8 and didn't get to sleep till almost probably 9:45 by the time I set up camp 8 and did all the photo and planned the route and all that plan. So got a little light sleep. And it was perfect because I woke up just like 2 or 3 minutes before my alarm went off. That was just that worked out great. Good night last night. Got down to 54 degrees, so good temperature. Shouldn't be too bad of a day today. No specific agenda. I just need to I need to get back onto the PCT. Got probably a couple miles left, a couple lakes to pass, and a little bit of climb left, and then just start walking towards Sea Valley. Go as far as we can and just see how the day develops. I know it's going to be a hot one down, in Etna or Sea Valley. Up here, hopefully it won't be too bad. We'll see. Keep our eyes open. Maybe we'll see another bear. Yesterday was our first bear sighting, so real happy to see that finally. And we'll keep our eyes open. I guess that's it. We'll see you down the trail. Okay, here we are at Summit Lake. We're still probably 3/4 mile, maybe a mile away from getting back on the PCT. Just had to stop off here and get some water. Prefer streams, springs are ideal, but I'll get them out of the lake when need be. It looks like it's a kind of clean lake, but still a lot of organic material in the water that you got to filter out. But it's a pretty lake. Still got a climb to get back on the trail. Probably, 45 minutes. We'll finally be back on the trail, hopefully. We'll see you then. The nice thing about having that and shuttle people up to Trailhead, it does space people out. I got ahead of the 5 others that drove up with me. I think they stayed between where I camped and back at the trailhead. Maybe the trailhead itself. Anyway, so I'm out in front of them. And no one else came up last night. That was the last run she was making. And everyone else was, that she did earlier today was a couple hours ahead of us. And they were all going to go up to the PCT, it sounded like, and hike down because they had more daylight. So now we're spread out again. And so I kind of got the place to myself. It's pretty nice. Beautiful little reflection of the mountains in the lake right here. You go up and there's the actual mountain there. Nice little Summit Lake. Taking 2 wrong turns so far on this alternate route up. Normally the PCT is pretty easy to follow. You just follow the majority of the footsteps and it's almost always the right path. But this is the we're not on the official PCT yet. This is the reroute for the fire. It's only been the alternate route for about 4 or 5 days now. So, there's a decent path here, but down by the last stream, the main path, kind of curved around to the right and started going down. And that's where all the footprints were, because that's where all the, locals or day hikers go. Path up to the PCT was kind of hidden. And only had a couple days of through hikers going through there, so it was easy just to walk right by, which I did. So that's all part of hiking and dealing with some of these reroutes and things that happen on the trail. But we're back on the right alternate route. Should be back up to the PCT here in a little bit. Seeing down the trail. Okay, so day 30, finally made it back to the PCT. So that was a little bit of a reroute, but got around the part that was closed from the fires. So all in all, I think we missed about 18 miles of the PCT, but we added 7 miles of an alternate route. And 7 miles I had like 2,200 to 2,500 additional feet of gain than the actual PCT did. So it was A little bit shorter, but almost a wash. Heard, you know, second or third hand, there's some people in town that we're talking to, I guess, a couple of firefighters at the brewery in town, and they said that the rest of the trail, the other 18 miles, should be opening up soon. I guess the fire didn't really damage the trail, or didn't get it to the trail, but it was within like a mile of it, and that there was still some hot spots that they were taking care of. So that should be opening up, you know, at some point in the future. So right now I'm back heading north, headed towards Ashland. Next stop will probably be in Sead Valley. I think Sead Valley is like 37 miles away, but it's just a little general store and a cafe and an RV park. So we'll see. I think I'll get there tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, you know, around noon, and I can grab some lunch. But then it's a monstrous climb out of there, so I'm not looking forward to that. I gotta figure out the timing, because I want to do that late afternoon or early morning. All right, we'll see you down the trail. Here's a junction for Lovers Camp Trail in Paradise Lake. I think this is when where the old fire closures used to be. You rejoined around this point. So we backed it up 8 miles or so, something like that, and did a few more trail miles. But this is where, for a couple weeks, when they had the larger closure, people would rejoin. Nice little cabin here. I don't know if it's open or anything, but so there's a camping spot here. Yeah, looks like it's all boarded up, but one point it's been a pretty nice cabin for someone. Yeah, looks like it's locked up. Oh, meal dealer, just hanging out, having lunch. This is where I just took my third wrong turn of the day. Each time, of course, it's going downhill. Problem with these fire closure reroutes, you know, for weeks, PCT hikers have been hiking up this other alternate trail. So when I got to a junction, I just followed the footsteps and I found the way they came up instead of, you know, so I came from the PCT trail from another direction. I guess lesson learned, when you're doing a reroute, especially when you're in the first couple days of a new reroute, you really got to look at your maps closely. You kind of get lulled into navigational ease hiking the trail because it's a pretty well-worn path, and you know, you just follow all the footprints because there's dozens of people ahead of you. So you just follow the fresh footprints. But you know, when they change the trail because of fires a couple times, you got footprints going different directions now. So you really gotta pay attention. Lesson learned, hopefully. Well, it's the third wrong turn today. Hopefully it'll last. It's just adding miles and feet. Okay, getting a little change up for lunch. Last several weeks I've been doing peanut butter and tortilla and put some kind of crunchy on there, usually like some Doritos or something like that. And I was gonna have to get some more peanut butter because I had a couple days worth, but not 5. The guy at the hiker hut, he's getting rid of a whole bottle of Nutella. He got that, but he didn't like it, or he got that because that's all they had, and then he found some squeezable peanut butter. So he's just gonna throw it in the hiker box. I took the Nutella. It's a small bottle, but I just added it in and mixed it in with my peanut butter. So now I got like Nutella and peanut butter mix, almost like a Reese's peanut butter cup. And then put that in a tortilla, and then for crunchies I got some white cheddar Cheez-Its. So we'll throw that on top, and that'll be my lunch for the next 5 days. No apple, but I do have a Snickers bar to follow it up. So kind of the same, but a little mix up. It's about 1 o'clock. This little panorama here. Still heading uphill. Nice thing about this fire closure and reroute, spreads people out. It's kind of like a bubble buster. Moves people around, spreads them out. I haven't seen a single other person today. No hikers, no day hikers. It's been beautiful. Okay, here's the trailhead for, or trail junction for box camp. That's the other way that they were rerouting people. So they skipped a little bit more of the trail, the ones that came up through box camp or lovers camp. I think most that, try to minimize how much trail they missed on one of these three, where I came in, this lovers camp or box camp. Some just skipped all the way up to Seed Valley or Ashland and skipped large portions of the trail. But most came up through here. So I'm going to keep walking here, but check my navigation, make sure I don't take another wrong turn. I've already taken 3 wrong turns today, and they've added up. I'll just make sure I'm on the right path. See you down the trail. Okay, I'm kind of at the bottom. Gonna start a big climb. Last climb until Seed Valley in like 20 miles. So this one's going to be, I think, about 1,200 feet over 4 miles. So not too bad, but it's heating up this afternoon. So hopefully there's some shade. Either way, nice little panorama. No fear. This stuff's right here. I'm trying to set up my tent, and right here, this guy's way too curious. Yeah, it's my dinner over there. Move it along there, little guy. You're going to be bugging me all night long, aren't you? Keep moving along. Get out of here. For the last hour, this guy's just been circling my campsite. Trying to hear eat my dinner. He's just walking right up to me. And he keeps maybe 8 feet away. But he's not afraid of me at all. When I yell at him, he just looks at me and hangs out. So I guess there's no hunting in these parts, because this guy'd be a goner. I use one trekking pole here for my tent. The other one I got leaning against a tree. I'm going to have to move that either in my tent or right next to my tent, because I've heard on multiple occasions these guys like the sweat off the salt and the sweat on your trekking pole handles, and they'll gnaw on your handles just for the salt. It's like a big salt lick for them. So yeah, secure my trekking poles tonight if I don't want them chewed apart in the morning. Meanwhile, I'll finish my dinner and keep an eye on this guy. Okay, close out for day 110. Today was a slower day. I think it was a combination of things. I got a later start. Didn't get on the trail till about 6:45 because I, hiked up late last night. And then, I still had to work my way up the alternate route to get back on the PCT. And it's not a blue blaze. It's not a blue route on the Far Out app. So, I can see it, the trail on the map, but I have no idea, mileage and elevation gain. I mean, I have some idea, but it's not as convenient as the mapped PCT or the mapped blue blazes. And then started working my way along the PCT. I did about 4,000 feet of gain today. So, that took a little bit of effort. And between the alternate route, and there were a couple of other alternate routes that were being used during the fire. So I got off, I took wrong turns, I think 3 times. So I probably added, I don't know, maybe another mile and, maybe another couple hundred feet of elevation climb to my total hike just from taking wrong turns and not paying attention. You get used to just following the footsteps, and you can't do that when, the footsteps are coming off alternate routes, and people have been hiking different routes for a couple weeks, so you can't just follow the footsteps anymore. You got to pay attention and use your map. Anyway, lesson learned. Let's see. Saw a ton of deer, and these deer have no fear. I mean, I was filling my water, and 2 deer just walked right up to me. I mean, literally within a couple feet of me, and they have no fear. Then I'm setting up my camp, and I don't know if it's the same ones or not. They just come circling around the camp for like an hour. At the spring, they're probably within 4 feet of me. Here at the camp, they're probably stayed maybe 6 to 8 feet away. Even if I yell at them and that, they just look at me and continue eating. So we'll see tonight. I've kind of secured my camp, got everything inside my tent. I'm sure I'll hear them tonight, but hopefully I get some sleep. The other notable thing about today is I was alone all day. I never saw a single person all day long. I think that's the first time that happened on the trail. I mean, there's a lot of days, probably most days, I'm, hiking alone for the majority of the day. You always see other people. I didn't see a single other PCT hiker, northbound or southbound. No day hikers or locals, nothing. So not sure what happened to the 5 people that rode up with me, because I got out in front of them last night. So I assume they're still behind me, unless they somehow snuck past me last night while I was sleeping, but I didn't go to bed till later. So I don't think that was the case. So they're probably still behind me, but 0 people all day long. That was that was incredible. So I probably added to me slow hiking a little bit, because I was taking long breaks and just hanging out. All right, I think we'll call it a day, and we'll see you tomorrow. So there's Mama and her baby. Saw a buck at the other campsite a little bit ago. Oh, he's got a little spring in his step. Oh, there you go. Stay close to Mama.